Phil Campbell's death isn't just another obituary headline. It's a moment to unpack the cultural weight he carried as Motörhead's guitar voice, a veteran of a genre that's famously and stubbornly unglamorous about aging. And yes, I'm going to break this down not as a recap, but as a creator's lens on what his legacy means in music, family, and the broader metal ecosystem. From the moment Motörhead burst into the scene, Campbell wasn't just shredding hooks, he helped fuse punk rawness with metal's undeniable power. That convergence matters because it reframed what heavy music could feel like: urgent, no bullshit, loud enough to be a protest and a party at the same time. Personally, I think the core idea here is resilience through texture. Campbell's guitar style wasn't about flashy solos alone, it was about a steady, abrasive pulse that could carry anthems as elemental as Ace of Spades. What makes this really interesting is how that sound trained generations of players to value commitment and precision over showmanship. In my opinion, the way he anchored Motörhead's sonic world shows a rare compatibility between guitarist and bandleader that's almost telepathic. What many people don't realize is the interpersonal thread behind a guitarist who sticks with a single band through decades of change. Campbell's longevity mirrors a broader trend, the craftist ethos in metal, musicians who invest in a sound as an identity, not just a career. If you take a step back and think about it, there's a narrative arc here about loyalty, family, and passing the torch. He later toured with his own band alongside his 3 sons, turning personal evolution into a public musical chapter. That combination, professional continuity plus family collaboration, adds a layer of human texture to a genre often dismissed as pure aggression. A detail I find fascinating is how his later performances, including a sellout show at Pontypridd's Muni Arts Centre, show that the flame wasn't dwindling, it was transforming into a broader, community-centered influence. From a broader perspective, Campbell's story intersects with how music communities celebrate resilience. The Arts Centre's tribute underscores music as a social fabric. Places like Muni aren't just venues, they're memory machines that anchor regional scenes in the national psyche. In this sense, his passing prompts a bigger question: how do we quantify the cultural debt of players who translate a global institution, Motörhead, into local, tangible impact? My read is that Campbell's impact lives in the doors he opened for other players to build careers that are both technically solid and emotionally unguarded. This raises a deeper question about legacy in heavy music. Is it measured by the chorus you helped shape, or by the people you inspired to pick up a guitar and start their own bands? Let's talk about the human side. The family statement paints a picture of a devoted partner, a loving father, and a grandfather affectionately known as Bampy. That isn't just symmetry to the rock narrative, it's a reminder that the people behind the riffs carry full lives beyond the stage. It's easy to glamorize rock iconography, but the truth is that meaningful artistry often rests on relationships, responsibility, and the quiet moments when you're choosing to show up for loved ones after years of demanding tours. What this really suggests is that Campbell balanced a high-octane career with a grounded personal life, an example that humanizes a genre famous for its raw intensity. If we zoom out one more time, the timing of this moment matters. The metal world has seen waves of legend pass on, each leaving a different blueprint for what it means to sustain a career in a field that thrives on reinvention. Campbell's passing isn't simply about the end of an era, it's a checkpoint that asks fans and aspiring players to reflect on how to honor a musician's work. Do you celebrate the riffs by revisiting the catalog and letting it energize your own projects? Do you carry forward the craft ethos by mentoring younger players or supporting your local scene? That's the practical, ongoing impact of his life, how a guitarist who didn't chase trends instead helped set durable standards for what heavy music can be. Closing thought: in a genre that thrives on loud, instantaneous impact, Campbell's journey reminds us that lasting influence often comes from steady hands, family bridges, and a commitment to a sound that can weather decades. So as we remember him, let's consider how we apply that same steadiness to our own creative pursuits, and whether we'll be remembered for the intensity we brought to the moment or the relationships we built along the way.